So you want to learn faster than almost everyone you know? Good. Because no matter what you're trying to do, cook better, build a business, master a skill, or stop feeling stuck, there's really only one skill that matters, and that's learning how to learn. Most people think they already know how to learn, but if you think back to school, teachers explained things, told you to read the textbook, maybe memorized some facts, and then tested you. What nobody ever taught you were the rules of learning itself, the shortcuts, the cheat codes. So let's fix that. The first principle is simple but ignored by most people. The 80-20 rule. 80% of your results come from 20% of the effort. If you're learning a language, you don't need thousands of words, you need the most common ones in basic sentence structure. If you're learning to cook, don't start with fancy recipes. Master chicken, rice, pasta, eggs, and seasoning. Do that well, and you're already ahead of most people. People waste insane amounts of time obsessing over details that barely matter. If you focus on the small part of a skill that actually drives results, you'll improve faster than people who try to learn everything at once. The second principle messes with people. Your goal when learning should be to fail as fast as possible. That sounds backwards, but you don't learn from success, you learn from mistakes. If everything works perfectly, you get no feedback. You miss a basketball shot and adjust. You post content that flops and learn what doesn't work. The learning loop is always the same. You try, you fail, you reflect, you adjust, and you repeat. The faster you cycle through that loop, the faster you learn. There's a cheat code that speeds this up for anything mental like studying or learning a language. It's called active recall. Instead of rereading notes, close the book and try to explain the topic from memory like you're teaching it. The moment you get stuck, you've found a gap. Write it down, go back, fill it, and repeat. You're failing every few minutes, and that's exactly why it works. Now, the last principle sounds ironic, but it's the most important one. To learn faster, you need to slow down. Your brain has limits, just like your body. If you try to learn 5 sub-skills at once, you barely improve at any of them. If you focus on one thing at a time and do it properly, progress compounds faster. Take cooking again. If you practice knife skills, seasoning, sauces, and grilling all in one session, you walk away slightly better at everything but good at nothing. If you focus on grilling one piece of chicken until it's right, your improvement skyrockets. This applies everywhere. Sports, speaking, chess, studying, anything. One movement, one concept, one improvement at a time. There's one final piece most people ignore: belief. If you don't genuinely believe you can figure something out, you won't stick with it long enough to learn. You need a growth mindset so strong it borders on delusion. Not arrogance, just confidence in your ability to learn. You've already done this before. You learned to walk, talk, read, and write. You weren't good at first, you just didn't quit. And if what you're learning actually matters to you, it won't stay confined to practice time. It'll follow you into the shower, before bed, during quiet moments. That's not obsession, that's immersion. And immersion is how people move from kind of good to mastery. At the end of the day, learning faster isn't about talent. It's about focusing on what matters, failing intelligently, slowing down enough to go deep, and trusting that you can figure things out. Do that, and speed becomes a side effect.